you had a pretty like diverse list of drumming influences. So who are like some of your key guys growing up?
Elvin Jones. I mean, Phil Collins is my guy.
Yeah.
I love that early work that he did with Genesis and even into the pop stuff when he was still playing drums on a lot of that. It was like a very like cleverly disguised pop music where you got odd time signatures happening. You know, I felt like it was their mission to write this really popular music but camouflage it with prog under there, you know, and be like, well, we're not going to completely lose that side of ourselves. And then with the metal guys, it was heavily Mickey D, King Diamond. You know, when I was a kid, I really fell in love with King Diamond, and the drumming on that like blew me away. And you know, Nicko, McBrain, and Clive Burr, Iron Maiden, Simon Phillips with Priest, Dave Lombardo, big guy for me. Lars was huge as well.
Yeah.
Lars was like, you know, when you're trying to play along with Angel of Death when you're 12, it's like, this is really difficult.
Good luck.
And I'm not saying that what Lars was doing was easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it was, you could like do a version of it that was, you could create a version of it that was doable, that like, at least you could learn the structure of the song. And I think myself and all the metal people that are probably around my age and even younger, even older, kind of cut their teeth learning Metallica covers. Metallica was the biggest band in the world at that point in time, you know, and so everybody was a Metallica fan. But as far as like trying to learn how to be in a band, you know, we all would butcher versions of For Whom the Bell Tolls and and One and just all the songs that anybody could come over and try to muster.
Yeah.
You know.
So is that weird for you, like Elvin Jones as one and Lars on the other end of the spectrum? When you were jamming with people, like, were you finding that stuff from both of those guys was coming out, or did you talk about your influences with other people and people be like, hold on, you're listening to Coltrane, but then Slayer? Like, was that a weird thing?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I had a couple friends that were sort of on the same page. My buddy Jeff was also a drummer, and his dad was a jazz guy, you know, so he also was into that, you know, even though we couldn't do it, and, you know, we didn't even know how to approach it, but there was like with Elvin, I feel like, you know, there was just a vibe to it, you know,
like
that
an
was
energy.
Like, he's kind of just floating around. He's holding it down, of course, but you know, he's kind of floating around that one and just kind of just beautiful playing, and it spoke to me.